evening, everyone, and welcome to the Hoot. I'm your host, JP, and as performers, we have been called many things, most of them not so good. The one that I like the best, though, is ambassadors of media. That's right, we are ambassadors of media, and that means tonight we are going to celebrate the media industry. We have a very special show for you tonight. My co-host, Frankie Taylor, and I will be interviewing special guest Chad Carmack. And Nick Martinez will be doing another episode of The Loot, which is just looking at videos that are blowing up on the web.
That's right, JP, and I'm excited to do it. And
I'm not done with the monologue yet.
Sorry, I got excited, and I just want, okay.
Anyways, as I was saying, so sorry for that interruption.
Thank you. Now with me today, I got my very special friend here,
Frank,
Tom
this
Selleck.
is not your segment.
Tom, tell me what it's
Frank,
like having the best
not
mustache
yet.
in the business.
I tell you, the mustache is really hard to come at some points. It's really.
Now, hang on a second, JP. How come they get to talk, but I don't get to talk?
Just I'm cooler and funnier, so that's the main reason.
What was that, Muffin Top?
Guys.
Okay, you want-
Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You can see I'm dealing with a lot. Give us just 1 second to sort this out.
Roll film.
That's not. All right, here we are with Nick's Loot.
Hey, guys, and welcome to The Loot. This is the segment of our show where I share with you some of the internet's most precious gems. If it's anything from funny viral YouTube videos to clips of that old Oompa Loompa we now call our president, we've got you covered. Today, we bring you the yodeling boy from Walmart. Yes, you heard me correctly. This small-town country boy with a knack for singing thought that the best way for him to get noticed would be to walk into a large department store and begin yodeling.
Lord, I don't know what I do. All I do is say, oh Lord, that last song did she said goodbye.
Somebody help that kid out. He sounds like he's scared. Is he lost? Don't worry, buddy. We'll help you find your dad.
Well, Lord, I thought I would cry. She do me, she do you, she's got the guy.
The thing that I find so hilarious about this is not only the fact that he's yodeling in the middle of Walmart, but he also doesn't seem to be enjoying himself at all. Look at his face.
And I love it. Lord, I love to hear when you got the sweet daddy, such a beautiful dream.
You think maybe his older siblings or someone put him up to this? Hey, Mason, go stand by the blow-up mattresses and start yodeling while I go steal some coffee creamer for Mom.
I hate that I ain't get all of her.
That lady next to him looks
I lost
concerned.
my heart at sea.
I wonder if she's a family member.
I've grown so used to.
Do you hear the words he's singing? This little boy is singing about heartbreak and being someone's sugar daddy. Dude, you're 11. Shouldn't you be singing about your dog running away or your love for pizza or something? The guy 2 aisles over is probably raging, somebody shut that kid up! I'd like to browse through a variety of hamburger helper in peace. We feel your pain, man. But fortunately, people on YouTube are awesome. And one person actually found a way to make this kid's yodeling slightly less annoying.
Well, Lord, I thought I would cry. She do me, she do you, she's got that kind of loving.
Yeah.
Lord, I love to hear when you got the sweet daddy. Lord, I don't know what I.
Now that is something that should be on my Spotify playlist. All jokes aside, this kid is honestly very talented, and because of his amazing talent, his viral video got him a spot on The Ellen Show, and he's already been booked for performances at the Grand Ole Opry and Coachella. Way to go, Mason. Keep doing you, man. Don't ever give up on your dreams, and you may just end up like this guy. That's all the time we have for the loot. Tune in next week to see Big Bird playing the accordion and a Spanish gorilla doing push-ups. We'll be right back.
We're back, and now it's time for our interview with special guest Chad Carmack. We hear that you're starting a new film now, yeah?
Yep.
And that it's loosely based on your life?
Oh, it's very loosely based on my life.
Very loosely based, okay. Chad, or Frankie, you actually said that you had a couple of questions that this movie reminded you of, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So this movie is just blowing up. Everyone's been talking about it for the past couple weeks. Why don't you tell us what really inspired you to make this loosely autobiographical movie? Like what?
Well, you see, I was walking through Miller one day, and I saw this actor, and I thought that he looked exactly like me. Everything about him reminded me of me. His name is Bryce Hockema. You may have heard of him.
Yes, yes, I love him.
And see, I got this idea. I thought, if there is a doppelganger of me just roaming around Asbury, why not make a movie about me? Mm-hmm. So I sat down and I penned this little script. It's called Forgotten Love. Mm-hmm. And yeah, and it just kind of took off from there, and we're in production now. That is
amazing. Now, like I said, so many people have been talking about this, that your name is almost like a household name at this point, right? Yeah. Who hasn't heard of Chad Carmack? Am I right?
Yeah.
Right, Chad?
Show of hands. Yeah.
Okay, so being that, that your name has like gotten so high up there, why is it that no one wanted you to host Highbridge? No one.
That's true. I
Not
actually paid people not to make you the host.
Will you explain to me why that is? Why does no one like you?
Well, I was at Highbridge, and I don't know if you saw this. I was screened at Highbridge, and you know, I think the problem was they couldn't figure out what to do with the host situation anyway. Oh. They had like 6 at one point, and I couldn't figure out what was going on, to be perfectly honest. But you know, that could just be me.
Do you expect your film to make it into Highbridge next year?
No.
Why is that? Why do you expect that to not happen?
Well, you got to understand. When you're shooting a film for Highbridge, it has to be, you know, one of 3 things. You know, good, Asbury appropriate, and Christian themed to some degree. My film is definitely not any of those.
I'd like to read you a quote from the film because, you know, everyone loves how deep it is. They say it's got this really deep meaning. I'm going to read you a quote from that movie.
Gotcha.
This is your character talking to your mother. Mom, I just love playing in horse poop. I could play in horse poop all day. It's something I enjoy. I like rolling around in it. What does that mean to you?
Okay, so this is one of those really deep quotes that I put in the film. So, on the surface level, it sounds like I'm just trying to get my mom to understand that I just love to play in horse poop. That is just something that I do.
Right.
And I do. But there's a much deeper meaning to that. It's not just about playing in horse poop. Horse poop can be anything.
Right.
What it is, it's a metaphor for accepting yourself. I like to cover myself in dung. Oh. You like to cover yourself in underground love.
Yep.
I mean, it could be anything.
That is a really good answer. We're going to have more of Chad Carmack when we get back after this quick commercial break.
Welcome back to the Hoot, ladies and gentlemen. Now, on a normal night, you would be seeing your lovely host out, actually hosting this. But tonight, the guest has taken over the show. So I'm going to have your lovely co-host playing a game from Whose Line Is It Anyway? It's called Scenes from a Hat. So I picked 3 scenes that they are going to do their best to improv. I don't think they have it in them, but we'll see. Guys, come on out. Are you ready?
Sure.
Your first prompt is bad things to say to your wife when she's in labor. Ow.
Can you put it back?
That one's too personal, Frank.
It's not that hard.
A little late.
See? Bad things.
Oh, just get over it.
Your next one. What is the worst neighbor?
Oh. Ta-da!
Sir, your wife is a much better cook.
And the last prompt of the night, things you do not want to hear in a restaurant.
Oh my gosh, I'm in the kitchen and I'm just bleeding everywhere. There's blood all over the food and everything. Oh my gosh, so much blood everywhere.
Actual dialogue taken from next year's Highbridge films.
I don't know what to do after.
Has anyone seen my Band-Aid?
Hey, Chad's here.
Oh. I'm going to turn this show back over to JP after I go kill somebody.
Wow.
All right, thank you so much for joining us on the Hoot. We hope you had one. Let's bring everybody back out to say goodnight. Nick Martinez, our senior. Frank the Tank Taylor. It's
Do it this
way.
way.
There we go. And our special guest, Bryce Hockema, who played Chad Carmack all night long. From our family to yours, good night and God bless.